Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Power Rankings. I'm your Commissioner Nick. It is week 14 already, and that means it is the final week of the season and the final episode of the Power Rankings for the year. I know everyone's so sad to hear that, but this is a very special edition of the Power Rankings. We've got some special guests on. We've got a lot of playoff scenarios to try to work through, and some doozy of a matchups to take a look at and preview. So without further ado, for the last time, it's the Ocho. Let's go. Number 12. King of the Hill V2. Luke's team lost again this week and is back in the basement as the only team with double-digit losses. Besides Gronk, this was a very uninspiring offense this week. Tyreek Hill only had 4 points, and I don't even want to get into Josh Allen. Tough season for Mr. 500. Number 11. Beans Pride Parade. Beans' team got shellacked by Borat this week, making that 5 straight losses. Beans mistakenly relied on Boston Scott's tots to make his dreams come true, but even he couldn't supply the batteries for this offense. Fortunately for Beans, there's only 1 week left in the season, and a lot of GMs are going to be hoping this team plays spoiler against Brophy this week. Number 10. I don't even care anymore. Brad's team lost again this week to fall to 5-8 on the year. Ezekiel Smelliot and Saquon Barkley each had underwhelming games at running back. Meanwhile, Antonio Gibson went off on the bench. Another bad year for Brad. He should have a double punishment for being bad the last 2 years. Number 9. Quantum Cheeseburger. Jerry's team lost this week thanks to a stronger and hungrier Ryan team laying the smacketh down on Quantum Cheeseburger. The offense played well this week, but didn't get nearly enough production from the running backs, mainly because of Kenyon Drake's injury. Christmas may be canceled in Jerry World as playoff dreams are officially shattered. But clap it up for Jerry having his best fantasy season ever. Clap it up, everyone. Number 8. Team Never Lucky. The reigning, defending, undisputed, 2-time back-to-back champion of Bad Company, Dan, played spoiler this week and defeated Poppy's prized possession. Javonte Williams led the way after finally getting the bulk of the work, and he could be a great keeper for next year. Still, it's embarrassing that our defending champion can't even make it to the playoffs. Number 7. Poppy's prized possession. Oh no. Brophy lost to Dan this week and is now on the outside looking in for the playoffs. In a week with a lot of high scores, Brophy put up the fewest points in the league, only scoring 73. Besides Stafford, the rest of the lineup had horrendous games. On top of that, Thielen got hurt and probably won't be available for the rest of the season. Playoff chances are still a decent 62%, as all Brophy needs to do is win to get in, because one of Ryan is guaranteed to lose, and Brophy would take their spot in the playoffs due to total points in a tiebreaker. Number 6. Maybe this year. While most of us were miserably watching Monday Night Football, we all probably missed that Lance narrowly defeated his son Luke to improve to 8-5 on the year and keep him in the playoff picture. It was a gritty, low-scoring affair, but Jonathan Taylor's 2 touchdowns and CeeDee Lamb's 19 points led the way. Lance has a big matchup against the process this week in a win-and-you're-in matchup. Number 5. The process. Ryan's team picked up a clutch win in a can't-lose game to Jerry. The offense was humming this week, scoring 153 points as Kyler, we wish you a Merry Christmas, finally returned from injury and looked to be back in elite form. Bing bong, the process is officially back. They're now 7-6 on the season, and all they have to do is win to make the playoffs. Number 4. When Legends Rise.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
You?
Absolutely.
Frank fell short in a big game against my team this week as Derek Barf had a putrid performance. Now 8-5 on the season, this team still has a good shot to make the playoffs, but could really use another win this week to be safe. Fortunately, you've got an easy matchup against Brad this week. If you lose, you need to be rooting for Beans to beat Brophy this week. Number 3. Borat High Five. Wow. Hunter's team absolutely decimated Beans this week on the way to his 7th win of the season. Not only did Borat put up the most points in the league this week, he also put up the most points from any team all season. Borat is the only team to score 180 points in a game, and he's done it twice now. Everyone in the lineup had a big game this week, including Najee Simi, Najee Don't Harris, and Gorgeous Kittle. However, playoffs aren't a given yet. Tough matchup this week against Harambe. If you win, you're in. But if you lose, you need to be rooting for either Beans or Lance to win. Number 2. Absolutely that guy, pal. Phew, at least my team doesn't have to worry about any wacky playoff scenarios because we rebounded nicely with a huge win this week. I had a happy Hanukkah thanks to the star of David Montgomery scoring 28 points. All 3 of my receivers had big days as well, including Chris Godwin having 15 grabs to score 30 total points. And because of that, I've climbed ahead of Oliver in points per game with the 1 seed in the playoffs on the line. And number 1, mid-season Harambe. Oliver stays in the top spot another week with a decisive victory over Brad this week and officially locked in his 8th straight trip to the Yoffs. Benjamin Franklin once famously said, "There are only 3 things certain in life: death, taxes, and Oliver makes the playoffs every time." Oliver is still in the running for the 1 seed, but also has the chance to keep a good Borat team out of the playoffs as well this week. Should be interesting. Now let's take a look at our playoff picture with the season winding down. Absolutely, that guy has taken over the 1 seed. That's right, I'm absolutely in the 1 seed. As you can see, I'd be facing the winner of Borat and my father there. And then mid-season, Harambe has the other bye. He would take on the winner of the process and maybe this year. At the bottom, Poppy's prize possession is on the outside looking in at 7-6. He needs a lot of help to make it. Let's take a look at our matchups and see what he needs to happen. Here are our predictions. We've got Team Never Lucky taking on Quantum Cheeseburger, and I'm going to take, well, in this matchup that reeks of mediocrity and has no implications on the line, you know I'm absolutely going to take Quantum Cheeseburger. And in our next matchup, it's Beans Pride Parade taking on Poppy's prize possession. Huge matchup here for Brophy, but I don't think he's going to get it done. I'm going to take Beans here. He's still got Tom Brady, who I think could lead him to victory this week. In our next matchup, it's absolutely that guy, pal, taking on King of the Hill V2. Not a lot at stake for me in this one, but I still think I've got the better team at this point in the season. I don't even care anymore, taking on One Legends Rise. Brad's team is in no shape to be winning at this stage of the season, so I'm going to take Frank's team to bounce back to get his 9th win of the season. And in another big game down here, Borat High Five taking on mid-season Harambe. This is a huge game, folks. Battle of 2 top teams. Could be a future playoff matchup. I'm taking Borat. He's got his back against the wall. He needs this one. I'm going to take Borat to win this week. And in the game of the week, a doozy, folks. It's the process versus maybe this year. A win and you're in game. Loser maybe on the outside looking in at the end of the season. Ryan is 3-1 all time against Lance, but that one loss came in it came in round 1 of the playoffs last year. And, you know, we said it last week. Ryan has some great utility players. And Lance, he's got a great running back in Jonathan Taylor, but unfortunately that's his weakness this week because he's on a bye. So with that being said, I'm going to take the process to win this one. Sorry, Lance. But that's all I've had to say, and you've listened to me all year, so now I'm going to turn it over to you guys. It's your turn. We're going to kick it off with Ryan, the general manager of the process. He wished to have me relay the following message, that real G's move in silence like lasagna. That is his message for the rest of the league. Let's move on. Thank you, Ryan, for your input.
What's up, Bad Company? I just wanted to wish good luck to everyone that secured a playoff spot already, and extra good luck to Ryan, Hunter, and Brophy battling for that last spot. And my hot take, my bold prediction this week is going to be, if I beat Hunter, he will be the one that misses the playoffs out of those 3. I really like Ryan and Brophy's matchup this week. And don't get me wrong, if Hunter gets in, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be hard to beat. But he's got to get through me. Good luck.
What's up, Bad Company? It's today we remember Pearl Harbor Day, the day in infamy. I just want to know, Oliver, you've dissed me all year long, and the playoffs are 2 weeks away. I've battled injuries, bye weeks, and suspensions. I'm coming for you, brother, and this is brought to you by Quebec Blue Light.
All right, everybody, it's me, Jerry, owner of Quantum Cheeseburger. Just wanted to say that, in my opinion, I feel that I have had my strongest season ever. 6 wins, all-time high for me right now, personal best. Although I'm not going to make the postseason playoffs this season, I will be back next year, and we will be back and better than ever. That's a guarantee. I also just want to say that, Nick, you're not that guy, pal. You're going to lose in round 1, but you're going to win the championship. Mark that down, everybody. Guarantee!
And Hunter had the following message.
Kazakhstan, greatest country in the world. All other countries are run by little girls. Kazakhstan, number 1, it's water of potassium. Other countries have inferior potassium. Kazakhstan, home of kitchen swimming pool. It's left 30 meter with 6 meter filtration system.
And that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for a great season. Good luck this weekend in the playoffs.